Now it is visible.
Okay, right. Okay, now it's visible. Good. Let me go. Great. So till now we have covered a lot of things. So we talked about registry, prefetch. We talked about shellbacks. We talked about volume shadow copy. In the last file, we have talked about the USB devices. So today we will be talking about the LNK files, timestamp analysis, web browser, and Windows event log. So today we will be trying to cover the entire Windows artifact so that in the next sessions we will be moving to the memory dump analysis. Okay, so let's go directly over today's topic, that is the analysis of the LNK files. Okay, so what is LNK files? In simple term, I would say the shortcut files we used to say it is a LNK files, but there is a very big reason into the forensics that why we should study the LNK files and how it will going to help us. So this is the topic today, and we will be discussing a detail onto the LNK files. Okay, so what is .lnk file? .lnk file, commonly referred to as a shortcut file that we know, and usually we used to keep it on our desktops so that we can access the things easily. And secondly, these file is used by operating system to create links to executable files, document folders, and other resources. These files provide a quick way to quickly access application or files without need to navigate to their actual locations. So if there are no .lnk files, so you are not able to go to the actual location. Okay. So what is the purpose? So why all these things are introduced? So basically, it is pointing and referencing to the actual files and directories. They contain information about the path to the target file, command line argument, or any settings such as a working directory and the icon associated with the shortcut. So these are the some important purpose that why the LNK files are introduced, so that you can directly navigate to the different executables. But there are certain issues into the cybersecurity that these LNK files can execute to some different program that we are actually trying to do. Okay, so this is the main point that we are using the .lnk files when we're talking about the forensic study. So what is the structure of .lnk file? The .lnk file contain metadata that include the target path, the location of the original file, any command line parameter. So this is very important. Like through the .lnk file, you can run a command line parameter also. Because sometimes when we are trying to execute a particular command, usually nowadays most of the applications are in the GUI form. But earlier we have a lot of applications into the character user interface. And in that GUI interface, we can give directly the parameters to these LNK files. So this is a very important part of it. And sometimes additional descriptive text is also available in the that LNK file. So, what about the creation? So, LNK files can be created in two ways. It can be done in a manual creation and it can be done in a automatic creation. Okay, so in this way, you can create. So users can create .lnk file by right clicking on a file or folder, selecting create shortcut, and then moving the shortcut to the desired location. And sometimes when you install something, it will asking you that do you want to create a shortcut on your desktop? So if you put yes to it, if you mark that checkbox, so definitely a shortcut will be downloading onto your system, onto your desktop. So what is a user? When a user double click on the dot identifier, the operating system read the target path and go to the associated location. So these are the important things that are very much important for the dot identifier. Now, what's the important in the forensics? Okay, what is the importance of forensics? There is a guy who is facing trouble in getting in. Just a moment. I think it's already there. Anybody can come. No? Maybe he has some different issue. No issues. So tracking file access. So when we are talking about LNK file into the forensics, So .lnk files are automatically created by the Windows when a user opens a file from a specific location, such as from Windows Explorer. This can help investigators determine what file a user accessed and when. So basically, we have talked a lot on what's the this guy. Just a moment. Just hold for a minute. Okay. So first and the foremost thing is that you must always able to track the files that what are the files that are being accessed, and secondly identifying user activities. The metadata within the .lnk files includes timestamp created, modified, and access times, which can be correlated to user actions on the systems. These timestamps can establish a timeline activity. So this is the very important part, that these shortcuts are also a part of the forensics. Okay, so when we are talking on the prefetch, when we are talking on the shell bags, we have seen that that shell bags and these artifacts are containing the nature of files, that when these files are accessed, how much time these files were accessed, and what are the location where the file is stored. But these shortcut files are also can be used to access the particular files. Okay, so these LNK files has a definitely great importance into the digital forensics. Okay, so this is like a very important part into the forensics. Secondly, recovering deleted evidences. Okay, if a file has been deleted, okay, so definitely there is a chance that its .lnk file might exist. So this can reveal the original file location and name, providing leads on what data was accessed or modified. Okay, so this is a one of use into the digital forensics. Then we have locating external drives. If a user open a file from an external drive like USB or something, LNK file might be created on the host computer. So there is a chance that it might be created. So the LNK file can contain information about the external drive, such as its volume name, serial number, which is critical in thinking removable media usage. So in the last session, we have talked about USB forensics. So definitely these can be correlated with the USB forensics and the .lnk analysis. Okay. So key information extracted from the .lnk files. So these are the key information that can be extracted from the .lnk files. We can extract the target path. We can extract the creation time, that when the LNK file was created, and what is the modification time, what is the access time, what is the file size, volume information, network path. So these are the information that we can extract from the LNK file. Okay, so there is a tool that we used to call it as a LECMD tool, and LECMD tool is basically Links Explorer command. Okay, the full form is Links Explorer command, is a command line tool developed by Eric Zimmerman. So we are using a lot of tools of Eric Zimmerman right in the previous session and future sessions we also. So he is a sorry. So he's a prominent figure in the field of digital forensics, and he is known for creating a lot of tools. So definitely you will be facing and seeing a lot of tools. He has a website also. So just try to find a lot of tools that is provided by Eric Zimmerman. Then LECMD is specifically designed to parse and analyze Windows shortcut .lnk files, providing detailed information that can be crucial in forensic investigations. Okay, so this is like a very good tool. And this is one of the shortcut that I put down. And you can analyze any of the like shortcut which is available into your system. So it will tell you that what is the source created date, source modified date, source access date, and then what is the location of the source file. Okay. Then we have what are the different flags, what is the relative path, working directory. So these are the information that is available. Okay. So this is the command that we are going to use. Okay, so let's go to our evidence folder, sorry, tools folder. And I think this folder is already available with you. So we are today going to use this command lecmd. Okay, so there is a command lecmd which is available in this folder. Okay, so we're going to extract it. Let's extract now. Let's extract onto the desktop, or we can extract onto the resources E directly. Okay, great. So my LECMD is available in the E drive. Okay, so this is the LECMD, and in this LECMD, we are going to analyze some of the commands. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some shortcuts into it so that we can analyze. So, okay, so I'm putting one or two shortcuts into it so that we can analyze. Okay, so I have just put down three shortcuts. One is a shortcut to a PDF file, that is 2.fab2024.pdf. Then we have a access data FTK imager. Then we have a ultra viewer dot. These are three LNK files that we are going to analyze. Okay. So what is the command for do? So this is like basic command we can use. So how you going to access this lcmd.exe? So just directly go to the kindly mute yourself. Kindly mute yourself. Okay. So just go to the LECMD. Okay, so we are going to the LECMD directly, and we are just putting this command. Okay, so lecmd.exe -f, and this is the link of the file that I am using. So I'm using this different file. So which file I'm using? Just I will be typing ls. Sorry, dir. It is Windows. So I'm putting dir. So you can see there are two LNK files, access data ftkimager.lnk and ultraviewer.lnk. Okay. So I'm going to analyze this ultraviewer.lnk. Okay. So when you hit the enter, so a lot of information is coming, and also it is exporting to a particular CSV. Okay. Okay. So in this folder, you will find a particular CMD, that is LECMD output. So that's why this command is basically parsing this LECMD. Okay. This LECMD is command -f means the link, then -csv dot slash means you will be using through the admin. Okay. So this is like detail we are getting. Then we are seeing LECMD version, like which LECMD version it is using. Now this Eric Zimmerman is talking about himself. His GitHub repository is there, and these are the important things that are of use to us. Okay, so this is a source file, and this is a source created. So when the source was created, it's created on 23rd of May, and source is modified on 21st of May, and source was accessed on 23rd of May. So this is the information that I'm getting. And we have a target created. So when the target was created, I really surprised at why people are unmuting themselves. I use just note the name who is unmuted, okay? And
Okay, sir.
tell me afterwards. Okay.
Sure.
Okay. So these are again someone is there. Okay, so these are the targets created. So target is created on 31st of December 2023. So by this information, we are able to see that when the target is created. So this ultraviewer.ink is targeting to its exe executable ultraviewer.exe, which is available at this location. Okay, so the executable is available at this location, particularly in program file x86 ultraviewer.exe. And what is the installation time also? Okay, so when the target created. Now, what is the importance of forensics in this particular case is that let us suppose you are analyzing a system and that person has deleted this particular folder. Okay, because this ultraweird.desktop.exe is a remote viewing tool. So this any malware or some attacker has used this tool and then deleted it. Okay, but accidentally did this .lnk file is left onto the system. So by analyzing this ultra viewer.lnk, so these are the options that we are able to see. Okay. And one more thing, it is available that what is a working directory it is saying. So it is a clearly visible. And then it is talking about the volume information that is it running from the fixed storage media. That is a hard drive. Okay. So it is telling me that it is running from a fixed storage media. It means it is from the local drive. And it is giving me the serial number of the drive. Okay. So my laptop drive serial number is also available. Okay, so and what is the local path? And so there are a lot of information which you can access, like which extension block is using block 0, block 1. So there are a lot of information it is using. So you can try it your own and try to find a lot of information in this. And these SID is also very important. Okay, so whenever we are talking about the SID and volume ID of the hard disk, so these are very important forensic information that we are using when we are going to correlate. Okay, and also it is taking care of the MAC address. Okay, so from where it is executing, it is also recording the MAC address. So you can see just a simple shortcut file is capturing so much of details. Okay, so let us analyze one more file, this access data FTK. Okay, so let me rename this. Okay, so make it as FTK. Now I'm going to put the same command. Okay, so a lot of information is there. Okay, so a lot of information is there. So from where that particular file is executing, and these are the information that we are able to see. And one more thing, let us take this Belka soft evidence. Okay, let's copy this particular file and just paste into it. Just rename the soft. So we are going to analyze one more file, that is belkasoft.exe. Why I am telling you this? Because now see, this is basically executing from a different path. Okay, just try to see the path. It is F Belkasoft installation folder and evidence center.exe. Okay, F drive. But if you go into my system, actually there is no F drive. Okay, so there is no F drive. That's why I have particularly analyzed this file. So there is no F drive into my system, but it is saying that it is redirected to some F drive. So what is it exactly? That actually I'm using a USB drive for my external installations. Okay, and these external installations, it is telling, and also you can see this Extreme SSD is my like brand name for my hard disk, and it is also capturing its serial number. So these are the information which can be useful. So important part that I want to share is that even if it is redirecting to a different folder or direction, that then also this .lnk file can be used. Okay. So let's move ahead a little bit. So we have seen that how we can use the .lnk file to find out the artifacts. Okay. So now second important part is today is web browser forensics. So what is web browser forensics? So web browser forensics is a pivotal field in digital investigations. It delve into online activities and behaviors. Elements include history, cache, cookies, and bookmarks. It reconstructs detail in timelines of user interaction, essentials for covering evidences in cybercrimes. Okay, so these are the important web browser forensics are available. Evidence found from browsers. So what are the evidence found from the browsers? We can find the history analysis, that what are the URL, timestamp, what is the visit frequency. We can talk about the cache examinations, files, image, and web content sometimes kept into the cache, so it can be examined. Then we have a cookies investigation, a very important part for tracking user activities and preferences. Then we can use the bookmark scrutiny, that what that person has kept the bookmarks, the saved pages, user interest. And sometimes this is very, very important, autofill data review, because some people has a habit to save their username and passwords onto the drive. So their forms, password, personal information is sometime available onto this particular drives. Then download inspection files, because there are a lot of files that are being downloaded onto the browser, so it can also be used as a file source at timestamps. Then we have a session reconstruction, because once we get into the system and lot of things are with us, so what we can do is what we can open the tabs browsing session, so we can reconstruct the entire activity that may have happened at that particular point of time. Okay. So this is the important part of the browser forensics. Okay. So basically we are using three type of browser mostly. That is your Google browser and Mozilla and Edge. So today we are going to analyze that how we are going to find that where is the browsing history is located, and how we are going to sort it out. Okay. So we will be doing the practice on the Chrome particularly. Okay. And but if you have other browsers also, you can definitely work on them also. So that's not an issue. And I have set the location that where the particular browsing history, cache, cookies, and bookmark details are available. Okay, so let's go to my system and I will show you that where that particular files are located. Okay, so if you want to find out the browser history, so first and the foremost thing is that your hidden files should be visible. Okay, so try to uh, go to your settings and click on this particular link that show hidden and system files, because the app data which is into the users folder, the app data which is taking care of your local configuration is a hidden folder. Okay, so you have to click on show hidden and system files. Okay, so now go to the particular area that is like if my operating system is in C drive, so I'm going to go in C drive, then there is a folder users. Okay, so in users, there are different users are available. Like in my case, this is IBM, public, and default and something. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to IBM. Okay, so if there is some another user, then you can also move on to that, and then you will search for the app data. Okay, you search for the app data. Okay, so here it is app data, you can see. So this is a particular folder app data, and you can see that the color of the folders are different. Okay, see, color of the folders are different because this is a hidden folder. Now in the app data, you go to local, and then we have a particular folder that we as a Google. So go to Google, then go to Chrome and go to user data. Then we have a folder default, and in default, we have a folder history. Okay, history. So this file history is basically a database file which is capturing each and every important information about your browser. Okay, so let's copy this if it is allowing me, because sometimes it's not going to allow me. Okay, so it's allowed. So now how I'm going to access this file is, so what you're going to do, you need to install the DB browser. Okay, so this is the app DB browser. And if you go into the tools folder, okay, so if you go into this tools folder, okay, so there is a file DB browser for SQLite. Okay, I think you are able to see this. So try to install this particular file. This file you need to install, and this will install the DB browser into your system. And then using that DB browser, you can access that particular history file. Okay, so I'm using DB browser SQLite. So once you are into the DB browser, now you have to open the database. Okay, so you can open the database based by clicking on this particular link. Now, either you can navigate to that folder or you can copy that particular file onto a desktop or something for a easy access. So just click on all files so that all the file can be visible. So just click on this history. Okay, so see when I clicked on this history, the entire data, entire table structure is available. So just go to this particular browse data. Okay, so there are options: database structure, browse data, edit pragmas, and execute SQL. So what you can do, you can go to browse data, and browse data. There is a list of tables. Okay, so now you can see there are list of tables. So these tables are containing what are the visit links, visit source, URLs, metadata, keyword search terms, history sync metadata, download URL chains, what are the key downloads. So all the entire data is available. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go to downloads. Okay. So it is saying that what are the current path, target path, like from where it is downloaded, and what is the type of data, tab URL, that from which particular tab the file is going to be downloaded. So a lot of detail is there. Okay. So in this way, you can find out that what are the important files are there.
Radhe Shyam, please mute yourself.
Okay, Ayush. So ensure that Mr. Radhesham is not able to access this bootcamp again. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Hmm. Okay, so you can access this particular data. Then we have URLs, like what are the files that are being accessed. Okay, so like this is a particular file, and what these are the files that that particular person has accessed. What are the visits that on the particular filter? How many type of visits are there? So there are a lot of options. So what I wish that you people can explore. Okay, so what are the things you can explore? So in this way, you can see that what are the different options available. Okay, so if you go to that particular slide, then you will find, that browsing history, cache, cookies, bookmarks. So for each and every location, there is a separate file. Okay, like for this, you have to go to default and history, you have to go default to cache, default cookies, default bookmarks, and all of these files are basically available on the particular location. Okay, so you can go and navigate onto that particular folder. The important thing is that that for Google Chrome, the file location is different, and for the Mozilla, the file location is different, and for Edge, the file location is different. Okay. But for all the three browsers, I have given you the entire location that if you want to browse through these locations, you can go ahead. Okay. So browser artifact analysis. For analyzing browser artifact involve a systematic approach to extract, interpret, and correlate data to reconstruct user activities. So DB browser for SQLite and browsing history view. So these are the two tools that we are going to use. We have just seen that how the DB browser for SQLite can be used. Okay, so this is like a basic intro I have given to you. Like this is a simple screenshot that I have put down, that what are the files we are accessing and what is the visit time. And so this is the screenshot from browsing history view. And this is the tools to study live history. Okay, so if you want to see your live history, you can use this particular browsing history view. And the beauty of this is that it is capturing the history from all the browsers that are into your system. Okay. So if you want to analyze a live system, so then you can use this tool. And if you analyze an artifact, then you can use this particular DB browser. Okay, because when you are creating an image of your system, that E01 image, then at that moment of time, a lot of artifacts are there, like Windows browsing history is also an artifact. So a lot of artifacts are there, so you can analyze that artifacts very easily. Okay, so this is the like basic things that we are trying to cover today, and definitely I thought to take some more points today, but there are some issues because some people are not muting, keeping mute yours themselves and all. So let's